Okay, hi everyone. Wendy is back again. No longer 25 days of manga. That has actually ended now. Um, so we're gonna move on to just, I guess, talks. No longer just, day by day. As you know, I won't make a video every day, but I'm gonna try to stay frequent. Um, the end of January, I am going back to college. It has been 3 years since I dropped out for needing. I needed time off, and then I couldn't afford to go back because student loans, blah 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 blah. And then finally, my mom was just like, "Go back. What's a couple more student loans?" So I will be in debt for a very, very long time. But I'm going back to school. And I finished my degree in graphic design and thought I hate it. And then I'm gonna go back for my master's and do art education because that's what I actually wanted to do originally. My sister just persuaded me not to because she's a teacher and didn't want me to get an education system because it's crap here in Kentucky. But that aside, let's move on to what I want to talk about today. I'm not going to go in depth in what I am talking about because all of these deserve their own videos. But I am going to talk about mangas or just graphic novels that I fell in love with this year. These are all brand new ones. So as a lot of you know, I bought a lot of mangas. I bought a lot of BL this year. But a lot of it I've already read, and the ones that I haven't read, I haven't actually sat down to read them yet. So those aren't going to be on this video because I haven't sat down to read them. So this is all stuff that I read this year. By the way, it is New Year's Eve, so I hope, and I think some places, around it's already 2020 for you. And since it is the end of 2019, it is time to say goodbye to the Buffy calendar. Oh, I love this calendar. It's one of my favorites of all the calendars I've ever had. I mean, I had Oz, and Giles was for October, my birthday. I'll probably keep the pictures in this one, and I don't know what I'll do with them. Maybe. Ooh, that would be a huge scrapbook board. Anyway, my new calendar I got this year was Gustav Klimt, one of my favorite artists. And Fulfillment is one of my favorite paintings by him. I love Klimt so much. The use of... I'm excited for this one. Very different. I've never had an art calendar before. I always go with weather, mostly tornadoes. Anime, Sailor Moon. I've had a few Naruto calendars in my past. Or space. And Zelda. I've had lots of Zelda calendars. But let's move on to what mangas that I liked this year. And these are brand new ones that I got into. Some of them might not be new for you, but they were new for me. And there's actually only one BL on here, surprisingly enough. I didn't read a lot of BL this year. And what BL I did read were webcomics. Or I've already read it before. Like, a lot of you know, I read Hanto Yaju. And I reread that, like, every couple of months, so that's not anything new. I was in comic book mode for a while, so I read a lot of Thor and some of the new Archie comics and Sabrina. And then I went to novel mode for a while, and now I'm back into manga mode. So I didn't actually read a lot of BL this year. The BL I did read was Classmates by Uzumiko Nakamura. This was really good. Oh my god. It is kind of weird art. It took me a little bit to get into, I will be honest. I didn't read it right away, and then I kind of had to stop every once in a while, but once you get past the kind of oddball art style of it, it's really good. So totally check it out. It's worth it. Um, and actually, most of the new series that I love this year were Seven Seas. So, well, or Sojo B. Those were really it. So totally check out Classmates. Worth it. I just finished this one. It was really good. I'm waiting for the next volumes. Is Our Wonderful Days by Tezuru Biori. I know I didn't say that right. So, but yeah, this one, it's really cute. Very, very cute. Not much has happened yet, but I really like the artwork inside. Like, I really like that they went for more natural, like, anatomy for these girls. Like, the legs, like, actually look like legs, and don't look like little twigs. Like, I love Milk Morinaga, but how she draws girls is not really. The story was cute. It's really funny. There's a couple parts where I was reading this and I kind of just like suddenly burst out laughing. Yeah, like they're all talking about they all have a cell phone. This girl, you're not sure if she has one. She's like, I have one too. Oh, it made me laugh. But just volume 1 so far. We'll see if the rest of the volumes are good, but I really did enjoy this. It was a good read. This one is going to get its own video because, God forbid, I just talk about it in this short, well, this video is not going to be short, but the time I have to talk about this is Our Dreams at Dusk by Huki Yamatani? As all of you know, I'm sure a lot of you have read this series and gone on this journey along with me since we probably all bought them around the same time. This series is so good. It's such a more realistic representation of accepting your sexuality, viewing someone who is transgender, asexual, and just queer in general, just all queer in general. And it's like the imagery in this is outstanding. But it's also very realistic at the same time. It's odd, and it's not about, not just, and there's like technically would be a drag queen, I guess. But yeah, really good series. This one's gonna have to get its own video because there's so much in depth that I want to talk about in this series. This isn't just like a BL because that's not what it is. It's just, oh my god, just really, really good. Definitely, if you're just into the LGBTQ, in general, definitely check it out. It's worth your time. My last 7 C's that I'm going to talk about, and it is one that, I just talked about in my last video and just read. Women to You was really good. I can't stress this enough by how good it is. Definitely check it out. Like, please do. I am excited to read the anime. I'll read the anime. I'll watch the anime. Yeah, technically, I guess I could read it if I'm gonna watch it with subtitles or not. I'm trying to decide on that. I'm normally a subtitles person, but I'm thinking I might not. I don't know, I'm gonna try to get used to dubs. That way I can draw and do art while I'm watching these, so we'll see about that. So moving on. A lot of these series aren't finished yet, but I got into them this year, so I'm including them. Daytime Shooting Star by Mika Yamamori. Such a good story. Great art. You already know, because I've talked about it in the video before. It's just really good. Definitely check it out. It is such a great story, and I can't wait to see more development between all of these characters. I am hyped. But yeah, you already know how much I like the series because I've talked about it a couple of times, but it's really good. If you like Shoujo and you're looking for something new to read, check it out. There's 3 volumes out. I believe volume 4 comes out on January 7th. I need to get my pre-order on that probably this weekend. So there's that. I didn't save that one. This one's not new, but I started it this year. I really have fallen in love with this. I'm behind. There's so many volumes, so I'm kind of dragging it out so I can savor it for a while. Is Yona of the Dawn by Mizuho Kusanagi. This series is really good. Oh my god. I love the kind of like the art style is modern looking, but it also still looks kind of like 80s and 90s a little bit, but still like modern. Beautiful story so far, and just look at that cover art. Like, that is just outstanding. This is probably one of my favorite covers. This is just really cool. I love all the detail in her clothing and the swords on there. It reminds me of the 9 of Swords, which, how things have been going for Yona here, does represent that tarot card very well. So, hey, maybe that's a little thing they added in there. But I've only read a couple volumes of this actually, but I love volume 1 so much. I felt like that it deserved to be talked about in this video. I'll be reading more of this soon. I just have so much other stuff to read. Next is one that came out this year. Only 1 volume so far, and I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it, but I loved it. I was so shocked. It's by Maki Injoji, An Incurable Case of Love. This is really interesting because it's Sojo Beat that did this, but it's like about adults, so that was cool. I did not know how I was going to feel about it first, because the main girl is kind of like, you know, she just becomes a nurse to follow him because she's in love with him. But then she finds out he is a demon, basically. It's just kind of like one of enemies to lovers story, which is funny because on her end it wasn't enemies to lovers at first, but it kind of went that way. I thought it was just going to be kind of basic. It's not. It's actually really good. There's a really good character development between both of these characters. And there's one scene that broke my heart. I won't say anything, but the story with Mr. Kanda, this guy here. Oh my god, I teared up. It was too much for me. But definitely check it out if you aren't really too sure about this series. I definitely applaud it. It was entertaining. I laughed. I cried. and I'm really excited to see the development between these characters. I don't know how long of a series this is going to be, but we'll find out. Definitely check it out. Last manga I'm going to talk about is another one that I started this year. There's lots of others that I would talk about, but I didn't want to talk about them because I haven't finished them. The ones that I did talk about that I didn't finish, I really, really liked. Because I read a lot. I've actually read a lot this last couple of months. But Love and Focus, as you know, I already talked about this in the other video. This is Yoko no Giri. Really good. Just 3 volumes long. It's a little rushed at the end, but it still has really good characters and interesting story, and the romance blossoming between these characters is really good. So, as you know, it is really good, and look how cute the art is. So what I'm actually going to move on to next are not mangas per se. These will actually get their own videos, because there's so much I want to talk about in all of these. Shut up, cab. Shut up, MCR. Ew. Hello, goodbye, I guess. Monty-R-I. Okay, hang on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. My playlist I had was playing crap music that I've got to switch the place, set it off now. So what I'm going to talk about are graphic novels. They're still kind of like mangas, but I wouldn't necessarily call them mangas. And I know one of these is English. I don't know about the other two, but I follow all of these artists on Twitter. This one is a really powerful one. Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me by Rosemary Valeria O'Connell. Holy shit. And if you want an example of just how amazing the artwork is inside in this. This one I can't talk about much because it deserves its own video. This is basically about a toxic relationship, and it's about this girl going through this and needing to find her escape. And oh my god, it's so good. It's so thick. The artwork is, as you know, the artwork is just amazing. The use of not many colors but pinks, is wonderful. Just look at that. Such a good series. Definitely check it out. It is so good. It is more pricey. But if you can get a coupon at Barnes & Noble or whatever bookstore you use, definitely good. I'm gonna save that one for last. Another good one is Heartstopper by Alice Osman. I guess that's how you say. Such a cute series. You can actually read the webcomic of this for free on Topaz. It's like she set it up there herself. But it's a really coming of age story. It's really good. It's wholesome. It's beautiful. It is. Oh my god, it's just so good. This one you can't get at Barnes & Noble. I got this from Amazon, but I know you can get it from actual British sites. And the last one I want to talk about is, shut up, I don't want to talk about that. By Kevin Panetta and Savannah Ganushu. God, this one's gonna have to get its own video because it's so good. I kept telling people to vote for this one for the awards this year. Bloom. It's just such a good series. It's so good. Fantastic art, just use of blue everywhere, good story. I just love this one so much. If you like baking too, this talks about baking in it. This one's just really good. Just check it out. Check it out. It's so good. I'll talk about this one in its own video. That's it for today. I think I rambled on for a long time. Happy New Year's, y'all. Bye.